All right, so I'm gonna bring up something that we should be talking more about. It's happened in my family. It's happened um, with my past relationships. It's happening all around us. Really, I am not a doctor. It's just something that it's very near and dear to me, and I feel like a lot more people should be talking about this, and especially if you know that it could help someone else. And it is depression in men. Now, men are way better at masking their feelings and masking their emotion and hiding their feelings. Luckily, us females, we talk a lot. We have an ability to engage with people better, to talk more, to express our feelings. We aren't really shy, especially when we know that we are at the bottom of a pit, right? But in the last 3 years, especially when the whole world was shut down, it's statistic, you guys can look this up, that the amount of men that have dealt with depression and that has even taken their own lives due to this, and it's huge. It's very big number compared to before. Now, why are we dealing with all of this depression with men, and what are the signs that we should look into to spot this, and maybe you could help someone. So first and foremost, for sure, the way a female is going to deal with depression, it's not the same as a guy deals with depression. Like I said, women, we are more vocal. We don't, even though it's still taboo and it's still something that a lot of people feel like, oh, it's silly, you should be embarrassed. There's no reason for you to be dealing with depression. You have so much going for you. It's very much still difficult for people that deal with this to come out and say, hey, listen, I'm not really feeling myself. I feel like I need to talk to someone. I feel like it is easier within the female community than it is with the male group. So the number one sign that I saw, it's clear with depression with men, is the irritability and violent behavior, where it's not like them. You know that they are like a sweet person, a docile person, because they're bottling up all of these emotions. They tend to use their impulse to be rude and to cause pain, because they are under so much pain, and a pain that they don't really necessarily want to talk about. But the violent behavior and irritability is definitely a clear sign that a guy is dealing with depression and just don't know how to go about it. The obvious, sadness and hopelessness, and the always will, the need and the want to be alone and isolated. Now, everybody should take time alone and should be alone here and there. But when you know that someone is purposely choosing to be alone, they are perhaps for sure dealing with a deeper issue that they don't yet feel like that they should talk about and communicate with other people, and especially those around them. Feeling extremely tired when you've been home all day or whole weekend, or you have you have difficulties falling asleep, or you want to sleep all the time. No matter if you work, no matter if you don't work, you constantly feel this need, like you can't get out of bed. I don't feel like doing anything. I don't want to get out of the house. I don't want to do any physical activity. The things that they love to do the most, for instance, I'll go to the gym. They no longer want to do their day-to-day activities. Another clear sign that a man is dealing with depression is they don't want to see their friends. They don't want to see their loved ones. They do not want to see their families. They put their families in this box in a way where their families are the worst kind of people, and that they don't want to help. And then they create these stories in their heads where they blame everybody around them except for themselves. So lack of accountability, which also can be a sign of other mental illness like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder. And depression is definitely a clear sign that can lead you to these other diseases that we see so often nowadays that within men. Another sign that a man is dealing with depression is the constant escape of reality. And that can be with drugs, alcohol, and sex. Now, I am not talking about you hanging out with your friends and having drugs or drinking alcohol or having sex with a stranger. That's not what I'm talking. Okay, everybody has their own conscience and everybody should move accordingly. I am talking about you cannot go a day without any of these things, and you do them because you don't want to face the thoughts that are going through your head. Meaning you're constantly looking for an escape with drugs. You can't go 3-4 months without drugs. You have an issue, you have an abuse issue, and that can lead also to depression because you're clearly not facing the thoughts and the demons that everybody deals with. Same thing with alcohol. If you cannot put down the alcohol and you feel like whenever you are drinking, you no longer are thinking about the deep-rooted issues that you're trying to escape from, you definitely should seek help and talk to someone in regards to that. Now, with the sex, it's very, very simple because we have sex with people because we feel like we connect with people, because we feel like we can count on them, because you feel like they take you away from the moment. It's a high, like a dopamine high that everybody feels when they're having sex. But it can also lead to depression when it's not constant, when you're not solely focused on one person. When you can't trust your partner, you tend to look outside of the person that you are with to have sex with multiple people because they feel you in a different way. So a lot of the times, men, more so than women, tend to be promiscuous that way, tend to have multiple partners that way, because they want to feel a different thrill with a different woman. So and then after the sex is done, they go home and then they don't want to talk to anyone. They don't want to talk to the girl that they just had sex with either. They just kind of snap back to reality, if that would make sense, because they don't know how to overcome that, and they don't realize also that it is an addiction that they're dealing with, and it's a sexual addiction. So that's a really, really kind of like 5 or 6 or 7 obvious red flags of someone that is dealing, of a man that's dealing with depression. Now, first thing is first, I know guys don't really like to do this, but talk to your friends about the things that you don't feel happy in your life, or talk to a dear friend, or talking to your spouse. It's a great start. Be vulnerable to trust someone in your corner that this person is going to bring you up, this person is not going to judge you, and this person is going to bring you out or help you bring you out of the situation. But the first step is acknowledging what you are dealing with, acknowledging that you are not okay, that you are not yourself, that you want to not only be healthy on the outside, how your body looks, but you want to be healthy on the inside when all the noise is shut off. So take care, guys, and get the help that we need.